The core of change comes from the understanding of decision-making processes and what actually drives them. Our brain is always making decisions, both consciously and subconsciously. The decisions we are not consciously making on some level are created as shortcuts to purposed solutions. If you've ever gotten in your car and discovered that you drove home or to work instead of where you had originally intended, then you certainly understand this. My point here is that all actions are motivated, even when we are not mindfully aware of the motivation. This is because motivations are conditional. The choices we may make in one environment may not be the same choices we make in another. So in addition to understanding why we make the choices in actions and emotions for ourselves, we must also recognize the context of who we are within any given environment. Where we may be competent in charge at work, we may be afraid and timid at home. This is one more way in which we can see that the definition of I or self is conditional. Our motivations are normally broken down into their place on the spectrum of thriving or striving. When we are in a thriving mode, our decisions are within healthy stress levels. There are decisions made competently and without anxiety. Our relationships are open and full of trust. In contrast, when we are not thriving, our decisions are fear-based or for survival. Our lives seem distressed and unmanageable. What happens in a thrive or strive model is an awareness of where we are in our lives. People who are thriving very rarely notice the normal daily stresses and operate with a sense of competence and place. However, when we are in the strive mode, our stresses are strained. Dangers seem real or imagined. They affect our decisions and our focus on the task of survival. In strive models, we activate the hormones associated with the short and long-term stress. Our focus narrows to the immediate task at hand, and eventually our mental and physical well-being is compromised. When our lives work in strive modes long enough, their conditions start to seem normal and routine. It becomes difficult to see that our hedonic treadmill has established a new normal to our lives and redefined what happiness, success, and reality should be. Nevertheless, through a mindful investigation, we can identify which decisions we are making that are fear or confidence-based and work towards new senses of normal that are more thriving than striving and more confident than fearful. What is important is to see that there is opportunity for change and improvement in our lives at all times. It just takes the time to look mindfully at the who, what, when, where, and why of our motivations. As always, peace and love, Jim.